Oh, we starting with the trailer? Oh, God. Right. Well, I can't play that. Yeah, like I can't play the
copyright
audio.
music.
Yeah, copyright.
You can
Sorry,
think
guys.
it for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it's the teaser trailer again. I wonder if that Leopard in the teaser trailer then was the 105.
I think it is actually.
Yeah. But I've got to say, this is a dope trailer. Like it's absolutely beautiful.
Mm.
Oh, they also showed off some of the new flame effects, which were really cool. So that was pretty awesome. What if the English stream is just the trailer? What, for an hour? God damn.
If that's the case, it's over. So goodbye, guys.
Yeah, GG. Go next. Core i7.
Hello everyone, and welcome.
Why are they
to
vibrating?
The official War Thunder New Power
the twitching.
Stream. My name is Marcus Boom, and I am joined by the amazing Tom Morgan. And boy, oh boy, do we have a lot of things to show you today.
Yes, we certainly do.
I am very excited for this one. I'm very, very much excited for this one. So let's go right into it and let's show you some of the new stuff that we have. Starting off with the M1128 Striker Mgs. One of the vehicles a lot of you people have been really
Oh, they're doing the
for a long
POV
time.
thing.
Myself
oh, no.
as well, for one simple very reason. I really like the LAV chassis.
Is the audio okay, guys, or do you want it a bit higher?
Into the game itself. So this is a new tank destroyer for
his hangar
the
looks
American
nicer than
based
BVD's.
on the LAV chassis, and it has a
nice, way
turret,
clearer.
as you can see over here, with a
On the American one, they have some N60s on the
105mm
range.
gun.
A little bit
This is going to be
higher.
quite a
Alright, there you go.
speedy little wagon for sure. Now,
Speedy
let's see what we
wagon.
can quickly do here. Actually, let's take it out and test drive. How about that?
Give it a go.
We can give you a.
Oh, come on, do
little
realistic,
look.
Mike.
So, one
There
of
it
the new
is.
things this thing has actually is the M900 APF
Black
SDS
magic,
shell,
as they call it.
which has amazing
302
penetration for
160.
105mm cannon. 522
That's
millimeters flat.
That's around, yeah.
Keep in mind, this is all work in progress. You can
baby.
see in big bold letters on the. Well,
Yes, they use.
literally above my head right
That's
now.
the thing when you
that
play the
this is
US,
all
you
work in
always
progress.
receive
This
something.
isn't even the dev server. This is the pre-dev.
But they
server,
always
right?
complain
Just
about something.
things are
so
subject to change,
it balances.
but things are also very exciting. We have
Oh,
new
there we go.
graphics, we have new
Yes,
vehicles,
Jaguar
we have
logo.
new
Yeah.
mechanics, we have new carriers even.
Yeah.
It's going to be quite nice. So stay tuned and you shall see. We are doing this in realistic mode, so you can get a rough
Shoot at the
idea
T64 on your
of the
right.
overall
You'll
performance
see
of
how
this
it
vehicle.
can
Of
do.
course, as the
Yeah.
Striker is based on a wheeled vehicle, it won't be the most amazing in muddy terrain, soft terrain, but it should be quite fast.
Tell that
actually
to the
in,
Radcamp
streets.
wagon. God damn, that thing motors.
With with the shells,
That didn't
it's
spoil
actually
at all.
quite nice. The thing has a lot of penetration. Now,
Just went
one thing I
straight
actually
through.
wanted to show here, which you might not have noticed, is
Showing the impact points.
Tom. Do you see this?
Oh, I do. It appears to be a hole, Mike goes boom.
There appears to be a hole. In fact, multiple
God.
holes indeed.
Wow.
Also, an interesting message. What could that possibly be?
What could it possibly mean?
But yes, this is the Striker.
like
as
Bill
you
and
can
Ben,
see.
the
Quite
Flower
interesting
Pot Man.
vehicle. We'll see how it will perform. I personally am very, very excited for this one. And we'll come back to this in a second. Some of you people might have seen already on the Russian stream that happened earlier on how our colleagues and BVV, the amazing dev, has been showing off some of the new mechanics, but don't spoil it for anyone, okay? We shall keep it nice and good. So we're going to quickly go back to the hangar, and we're going to
Can
show
you guess
something
destroying
else
a
that wasn't
91 is
actually
enough?
shown.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we got the T-54 chassis. It's all good.
I think, if I recall correctly, our colleagues over in Moscow showed you the Russian
Daemon?
carrier. Well, we're going to show something different. We're
Oh,
going to
here
show
we
you
go.
the new American carrier for naval jets. Finally.
Lovely stuff.
It has been a while, but we finally have it in the game. There we go.
They must have
This is not
slingshots
a
on
new vehicle, by the
these.
way. This is the Demon. We've had this in the game for quite a while.
Otherwise, there's no way this thing's going to
But as you
take
can see,
off.
we have a whole new modern carrier with multiple runways, with a catapult launcher, with just space all
Yep,
over.
catapult launches.
Let's
Cool.
just say carrier landings are probably going to be a lot easier with.
So it looks
this type of
like
carrier that is
3
for sure.
planes can take off off at
as well.
once
They are
from
very
this.
dynamic in terms of the damage they can take.
I
Bits
don't
of them will
know
fall off,
how-
catch on fire. There'll be fire. What
was
that? Dynamic way as well. So there's so much work being put into
Fuck off,
these, and
dude.
they're really
Oh
We
no!
might be able to show off some of the dynamic damage with the special vehicle we're going to be announcing towards the end of the stream.
Oh yes.
But
can't be
for now, let's just put it like this. These carries are tough. These are very tough. You can drop quite a few bombs on these without them sinking.
0 to 400
So, second animation
in
probably won't
about a
be shown
second.
Today. You'll
I
be
like
able to
it.
figure it out yourself when the update drops. But as you can see, it is quite a nice
landing
beast over there. Quite detailed. I like the look of it, really.
Yeah, there's so much work being put into them. It's just brilliant, really. It's great to have these in
Oh,
here
Alex
finally,
dropped
and
it.
it's going to
There we go.
make carriers, at least for the higher tier, those jets.
There we go. You all
look
good,
a lot
Alex?
better than
Yeah, sorry.
before with
Ah,
the older
no, it's
carriers,
okay.
so
Internet
it's
dropped
really,
for
really
like
nice to see, and
milliseconds.
really good, especially that every
I had the
sort of
chance
major
to look at
mission
that, so I
has
didn't miss it.
those carriers now.
Did you see it take off? Like,
Very happy with those.
See, I would
The
try
slingshot,
attempt
as
to
they
land
call
on
it,
this, but
or-
I'm
Yeah.
not sure
Yeah,
if
the
I
catapult.
trust my landing skills.
Oh,
so
God.
we are just going to do a nice little flyby.
For my little mishap, I was asking if this is the Forester or whatever it's called.
The Forester,
They
yeah.
showed.
By the way, this
Yeah.
is a
Yeah, it is.
PSA to all of you. We are currently streaming on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Steam, I believe. And
Steam.
I would heavily
On
recommend
Steam.
all of you who are currently watching on Twitch and on Steam to join the YouTube stream instead, because for one simple reason. We
What?
have all the quality possible on the YouTube stream.
Oh my
with
God.
a full 1440p stream. So if you want to see all the little details,
Okay.
all the nice crispiness, all the nice new graphics, switch over to YouTube and check out the stream over there. The stream should even be
Why
appearing
not just stream it on YouTube then,
your,
and not any other
subscription
platforms?
Feed. So, what do we have
I'm
next? Tom?
really I really hope the guys at
speedy, I
Twitch
imagine.
really enjoy that.
Very speedy indeed, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, that's
welcome
planting
the
some
newest
good
addition
seeds.
to
Yeah, exactly.
Russia top tier jets, the MiG.
The good thing is all
21
of this is in
bits.
English as well, which is
As
nice.
you may see, it has
Yeah.
quite a few interesting missiles over there. I can even show you perhaps some of them. The MiG-21 BIS carries an increased performance after burning engine, which accelerates really well and has an insane climb rate, as you can see as well. But
I wonder
it
if
also
eventually
carries
they'll give this in
quite a bit
countermeasures.
of ordnance, a lot of ordnance, really.
Well, from what I've read and
In
from
fact,
what
it
the
even carries a
MiG-21
new missile,
enthusiasts
the
always
R13M,
spam around,
which is going
is
to
that
be
these things
quite
used to
powerful
have
on
like
this beast, especially when you consider that you can
upgraded
carry up to 6 air-to-air
upgrades
missiles
that include
at
flares,
once.
countermeasures.
Phantoms.
and-
Beware.
If I remember
Just say
correctly, though, they
In
were
fact,
on
how about we
the
do a quick
export
little test drive
variants
so we
of
can actually
it,
show you
and I'm
some
not
of
sure if
the
they were on the
new
one that the
effects.
Soviets
That's a
used,
splendid
which is
idea.
the issue
Tom, can you
that
tell us
they're
what
running
our
into.
developers did with
Oh, it's
Maybe,
the
maybe
it's
some more
the
power
that?
version.
yeah
Well, it
maybe
appears the
it's
clouds
the
are very
Forest
much,
Owl, not the Forester.
well,
Thank you,
renewed,
Rock.
I'd say,
there you go.
very dynamic in terms of many weather conditions that we can have now, and they look
Ooh.
really nice.
The M901.
Actually, when we've been kind of testing on this server and playing around with it over the last few
BGM-71
days, we've just
Oh,
seen
it's
some
got the
nice
top down
drones.
boys.
Oh,
Looking at the clouds.
No, it's the regular
I'm just
ISO.
talking about how
Is
I
it?
was gushing over them for
Is it?
literal
Yes, they-
hours. So yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
totally
stupid
excited for
then.
like
Never
this.
mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
The overhaul.
No, that's the
into
2B.
air is
Yeah.
Yeah,
incredibly
the 2B.
impressive, and I can't fault it in any way really.
Uses new
And
ordnance.
yeah,
Look
so
at that XM1 there asking
Okay,
for.
we are
asking to
in the
revive.
test drive, so we can show you some of the flight performance of the MiG,
Clouds
and
are looking nice.
most importantly,
Mm.
look at that sky.
Oh, yep. The sky is
I'm
quite nice.
genuinely in love with how this sky looks. There's a massive upgrade to the way that.
Is that
clouds
better,
are rendered,
guys?
the way
Can
that
you
the
now hear
lighting
them
system
even
works.
more?
We have God
Because they're quite
rays,
loud in my
We
ears.
have better lighting. We have better clouds. We have better firing effects. In fact, I can maybe show you some of them. If I fire over here, as you can see, we have a way more improved muzzle flash on the cannon on the MiG-21 BIS and all airplanes, really. We might even have better crash animations. Not that neither of us would ever crash, of course. This is hearsay. I heard the devs talking about that.
I
crashes
just
would
really
probably
like
be
the
better.
effects of the lighting, like on
not
stuff like the
saying this one, am I?
elevator and
I
the
really
engine
am not
deck. I
saying
think
this
it's really nice.
But look at the sky. Oh, man.
This is
You have different
ray
layers of clouds
tracing
at different
on
altitudes. It's
like the
honestly,
new GTX,
like,
RTX.
images talk more than words, right?
I
When images-
think Gaijin
pictures
uses
work
a global illumination
I
thing
think
that they
that's
built
just about right, yeah.
themselves, which does basically the same thing.
I love this cockpit. Look at this. The blue. I've always had a a weird fascination with the Russian blue that they put on their
Yeah,
airplanes.
it's like that teal
everyone
color.
knows.
It's really,
It
really
is.
nice.
It's really, really, really
So we
nice.
can get
And
it in the
when you can fly through the clouds like this, it's just
HE219 that
absolutely
I'm using now.
it is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I want them to go
Now,
through a cloud.
interesting enough,
I
we
want to
actually
see
forgot
what
to
it
do
looks like
something
through a
at the start,
cloud.
which some of you may have noticed. We
If
have a
he
new
just
hangar, don't we?
obscures the
Perhaps.
place or yeah.
And it actually
Or
comes
acts like it.
feature packed.
That does.
Oh, in fact, perfect. Perfect. The
Alright,
hangar
maybe
switched
put that
to
gnome
the
laugh
perfect
somewhere
time
else,
of
like,
day.
but-
So, new hangar with the dynamic weather, with the new
The dynamic
clouds
weather
effects,
is really
and
cool.
with lightning
Like,
at
I'll
night.
definitely
The
say
hangar
that.
actually does light up when it's dark, which is really quite nice. And as you can see, we have quite a few
Now that they are
things
showing
going on.
displaying,
We
they
have some
haven't
crew
showed the
in
values
background
for the new
working
missile.
on random
right?
stuff.
No, not yet.
We
They are
have,
Hopefully they will.
usually, there it is actually. We have this, which interesting enough, this vehicle is not in my lineup, is it? But yet you can actually click on it. The hangar will now display you some premium vehicles for you to look at, and you can check them out directly by clicking on
The
them. It's actually
Destroyer
really
of
nice
Worlds.
little feature
The
that I
K-50.
quite,
Crowd goes wild. Boom! Off with its head.
you may not own.
Yeah, it's quite a cool way
The
of
link
sort of
that
integrating
brings
ways
the
to
flat
check them
act
out, and I believe it's already, so it'll sort of follow the
Mediocre
VR
mobility
of what
truck.
vehicle you have to keep it kind of all in line like that. So yeah, it's a really nice change and just something else to keep the hangar a bit more lively. And it's great, and I think that's something, at least personally, I love about this new hangar. It looks more lively. It adds a bit
You
more.
know, the
sort
hangar
of
is like
flavour
very crowded now.
to
It's
the
not
game,
laggy.
which I really
it
like.
was back
In fact,
the
it does
time
more
when
than
it was-
that. The hangar
almost
will now
crashing the game
display
when
all
you
the vehicles of the
switch
same
nation.
type that you have
Yeah,
in
that's
the lineup.
true.
So
You
you
can
can
see your
see,
whole
we have an
lineup
M1
all
Abrams in
around.
the background. We have
Waiting.
the ADAS
In the garages and
background.
stuff,
We have the
yeah.
M60 AMBT in the background. These are all the vehicles that I have in my lineup, and they will actually appear in the hangar to make it more lifelike, a bit more immersive. Because immersion really is everything, isn't it? And of course, here, once again, you can look at some of the premium vehicles. This same also applies to ships, of course. Hopefully, Tom
I
will
wonder
be
if
able
you
to show
can
some
set the
ships
time of day in the
a
hangar and
bit.
keep it there.
So let's move on.
that would be kinda
to-
nice.
Oh,
Vehicle places could be hard in.
this is
Nice.
one that the lads have really been waiting for a while, haven't they?
Possibly.
But not the ladies.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have seen it before in the lineup, of course, but welcome to the T90A. Once again, one of those vehicles that has really been requested by the community for a long time. In fact, technically, this has already been in the game
community.
before, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has for a fairly long time, actually, thinking about it.
The people.
You may remember, I
The
don't
people.
know what year it was, but April Fools went with
Need
this.
it.
I want to say
And
2016.
You don't
It
understand.
might have been. It might have been. It's been a few years now.
Oh.
It's been a few years
while.
now, but it's ingrained in my brain. And now it is actually in the game. And you know what? This thing has some interesting things.
Oh, it does.
You see these red eyes? They are actually functional. This is the Stora 80-gem Dazzler system, which does actually work in this game. We're even going to demonstrate it to you in just a second. But firstly, let me show you one of the
what
new
is that
shells
round?
that this vehicle gets.
It's
This
an
gets a
upgraded
free
one,
M4
304
M, an
BM
improved version
series.
of the Mango Shell.
What's
that you
the
already find
M42
on
normally, do you
80
know?
with,
248 is a
penetration, I
big
would
change.
say.
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
pretty
Alright.
good.
Yeah,
That's all right.
That's
That's
a
all right.
3.7.
okay.
Let me just quickly
That's
go
why-
to our
that's why it's
patented
after the
Reddit
D3.
notes, so you guys
Yeah.
can take a screenshot
Oh, what the fuck?
what we have over
I would do it
here.
in reverse
Reddit
if I'm
What's
notes.
happening? Oh.
The Reddit note. We did a Reddit
Oh,
Oh
we're
yes,
back
they
again.
have a double
So how
POV
quickly
with
is that?
Yeah, I know.
The Dazzler system.
I think they're just gonna go see the
believe you
POV
have
when
a,
he's in
a
loading
chain
screens.
carrier
So.
over there. Very good.
Yeah, this guy is
Let's bring
still
up
on
the
them
standard
101.
Now keep one
Still
thing in
looking
mind.
at it.
These Dazzlers work against only a
Do the eyes do anything in game?
Of 80
We'll
mainly
see.
the tow missiles,
They said they were
the
gonna
hot
demonstrate
missiles.
it.
Stuff
It's not a
like
lol pen
Hellfires
round.
will not get deflected
But
by
it's
these.
just
This is something you have
better.
to keep in mind. And these Dazzlers also work only in a cone towards the front. So I'm going to quickly set up a custom battle for us to
Oh God,
use this
the
in.
switches.
And you shall see how this
Props
works,
to them, they
hopefully.
are actually showing
Yeah, it's a
like
pretty
the
decent effect
values.
The values,
It's,
yeah.
kind
Yeah,
of
they're
dynamic,
showing the
especially
values
because
and
as
stuff.
it only really
They're
works
not
from a certain
touching the
angle.
armor though,
Angle limits aren't moving
which
back
makes
to
sense
some
because
tiny
normally
will
the
make
armor's,
the missile fling off.
at least
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
dev
it's
server, it's
really
not
interesting.
normally
It's
modeled.
done in a way
Yeah.
that actually seems pretty realistic from what we've seen. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting.
It is going to be exciting indeed. So, Oxy, why don't you join our
The
battle?
US
and we
New
shall go
Orleans
right
and North
into it.
Dakota
Give it a
were
go,
those
Chief.
showed.
Chat,
6.0
so far, what
North
are you most
Dakota.
excited about? I know there are a few vehicles that you already know about, especially if you watched the Russian stream early on. I know Reddit has been very, very keen on trying to discover all the little pieces of information from the trailer so far, the streams, the little hints we have been dropping about this upcoming update. And I really want to see what you guys are really most excited for. All the vehicles that have been announced so far, and maybe some vehicles that haven't been announced yet.
Ooh, perhaps.
Right, we'll do our own poll in chat, guys. Who wins, Bill
Okay,
or
I'm
Ben?
going to spawn up on the northern side.
Okie dokie.
And we shall get a nice line of sight.
How many
Hopefully I will
Bills?
be able to
How
show
many
you how
Bens?
the Dazzlers work in terms of deflecting the 80 gems.
Let's give it a go.
Police shows
Oh, we got a
friends
few
in Italy.
Bens.
Sebastian on YouTube.
Oh,
You
quite a
shall
lot of
get it
Bens.
soon enough, don't you
Oh,
worry.
Bill's making
In
a
the meantime,
comeback.
Look at the sky.
Wonderful.
Not quite as many clouds this time around, but the lighting is.
It's surprising they went
quite
with this dark
nice
camouflage on it.
See, there's something about
Lame.
looking
Yeah,
directly
is
into
that
the
one
sun
on
that
default,
you really
or do you
should
think
not
it's
do.
just to show like the
But
lady green
it is
camo?
really,
I think it's
Very
default.
much is, yeah. Absolutely gorgeous.
Sean
Honestly, I just
wins.
want
You
fun
are
after
correct
this.
in our
We're going
hearts.
to be testing out some other weather settings as well for you guys to see all the
But I
new
think
weather effects. It is
T98
really
the
something nice.
regular green
Bats,
Soviet camo, I
Essos,
don't think
Oscar
I've seen one.
on the
Yeah.
Twitch
Yeah,
chat.
yeah,
As
it's not
when
like
is the
really
Dazzler?
accurate. But
Soon.
usually they try to pump it to you
Soon?
for you to
Soon.
grind it out or buy it.
Soon.
I'm
So,
glad
yeah.
they've continued
Very big
a
TM.
wonderful
Very
War
big
Thunder
TM,
tradition
very big
of the
TM indeed.
nuclear
Now,
sun.
I need to see where you are.
Very happy with
I
this.
am on the borderline between C and D 1 and 2.
Very good, very good, very good. I don't think I can get up here, so I'm just going to go around real quick.
Let's find a nice bit of open ground, I think.
Oh, from this side of the
Actually, I
map,
might
I
be
can see
appearing on
everything.
Your slide
Yeah.
right
Oh,
now.
why is there stuff? Wait, hold up. What's going on with the map? Hold
The
Do you see that? Oh no. Go to driver view. Go to driver view. Quickly, quickly.
I can't see it. I don't deserve to
Look
move.
the other way,
I
look.
do not
Look
deserve
at
to move. Yes,
It's so
Peter, this is
floating.
indeed the
Oh.
new Dagger engine. And here
Right,
we are. Okay,
there
Tom
we
has
go.
found me now.
They're testing it with a
Tom,
tow,
why
so
don't you
this one's gonna
fire
be
an HGM
interesting.
at me?
Yeah.
Try. Try. I want to
Okay.
see you try.
I will try.
I want to see you try.
Let's give it a go.
Ah, what?
Whoa, where did that go?
It looks so clunky.
It works slightly better at longer
It-
range.
it actually
perhaps, but
works.
you can see the desert
He
does-
also-
but it-
See, right at the
He's
The
end.
also
flex,
moving.
like,
He's
so
moving
natural.
These
the.
deserts work actually.
Wait, is it
they
is
confuse
it
the targeting
the
system,
is it the
automatic
T90
correction
moving
system
his
of the
optic, or is
HGMs
he moving his
to
optic?
veer it off
because
course.
then
And
it
funny
would be
enough,
very
this is not
weird
the
if
only
you're
vehicle
moving
that
the
will
optic
get
that way.
this patch,
Yeah.
I believe.
No.
No, we can actually switch over
Are
to
the new
something
pink
else.
and
Actually, why
packet
don't you do
those
that, Tom?
indicators new
Yeah,
too?
let's have a look at another vehicle.
On the
Probably
bottom left.
a vehicle that's quite underappreciated, I
they are-
think. Very sweet boy.
Well, we
Maybe
did see
we'll
at
not
least
be
like the
underappreciated
spherical
anymore.
movement of the 80 gems a bit,
So,
which was nice.
this is the
At least it
Brennus,
was. It's
the
Oh,
MX
God.
30, the
They're
BC
adding
modification.
Brennus to
Ooh,
APS to
Leclerc,
Brennus.
It's,
Leclerc
Honeycomb.
S2.
Leclerc S2, baby! There we go.
Effectively
There
acts the
you
same
go.
way as the
They're waiting for
T98
this
Dazzler,
directly.
which will
Now there'll
affect,
be a
I'm
reason
sure
to
the
spade
same
my
as
Leclerc.
as
Let's
well,
go.
which will make them ping off.
Now you
it's
have no
especially
reason to
noticeable along
return to the
ranges, but close
Brennus,
range as
now
well
that
as
it's
well.
just useful
With,
APS.
200-300
The
meters,
glorious,
you
but
should
I
be
tell
able
you what, I
to,
had a great
just run
time in the
through those
Brennus.
ACMs, which is
So
really
I
Yeah,
will,
we had
I will
one.
enjoy it
It
again.
was with you, remember?
Yeah.
like this, it's good.
It is quite interesting indeed. But thankfully, France is not
Yeah,
the
now
only
we-
one.
now we don't
We're
have
getting
the-
some new interesting stuff.
We won't have
We
the
also have
the
China.
military.
Oh my god. Wait,
Oh,
hold up,
there
hold
you
up.
go.
5A/B attacker.
What?
This is an evolution of the Q5.
No!
There you go.
Not again!
Check out.
No!
10.0, didn't you
I'm going to show the Q5 early first, so you can compare the ordnance.
Deja
As
vu!
you can see, the
I
Q5
feel
has
like
a
I've
few
been
more
this
bonus
place before! I'm on the street!
Especially of a,
Oh no,
attacker
dude!
This late.
Super impressive again.
That
Nice, man.
We're not
But
doing this
When did you
again,
learn
are
this?
we?
in a year to upgrade
Oh.
on
Show
that.
the good armaments. And this one has actual.
Oh, okay. Well, it
Not
has a
even.
decent
What is
amount.
this, Lord?
quite
This is
a
not
bit of Dakar. That is quite a bit of Dakar. That is a lot of Dakar indeed. I would test
Another
flight,
10-0.
but sadly we have run out of light of
Just
fluid.
move it
Such
to
only one of
9.7
the
and
vehicles
exploded
that
rocket.
are on. So we're actually going to switch over to something else. How about we show something to our naval fans, especially now that the team comes.
The
We have, some
Q5AB.
interesting stuff for naval, don't
God
we?
damn it,
We
dude.
certainly do. So I'll briefly
I told you
show
that
around
not
the
so
set
early,
scene,
very.
which is into the game. So we have German, American.
Now you have like
Japanese,
what,
and
2
British,
rockets
classes of
more?
these early battleships, and they look very, very mean indeed. I absolutely love the look of these things. As you can see, it's
Hopefully
pretty
it has
much
a
bristling
goddamn
with guns all
ballistic
over.
computer.
Yeah, hopefully it
We're
has
gonna change
something.
naval in a really, really big way.
Move
As
to
in real life,
9.7, don't be
these
silly.
vessels basically,
I mean, the
especially with
Setsu
the
looks
British
really
dreadnought,
cool. Like
just
it's
outclassed
an
everything.
awesome
Yeah.
And they
machine.
could fire at much longer distance, had much more powerful guns, and
This is one of
yeah,
the
they
oldies,
really were
right?
the masters for
Yeah,
a while.
yeah.
But as
Early-
you probably
early
can tell
century.
just by looking at this a
Premium
little
on
bit, there
the
is a
Japanese
bit of a
lineup.
weakness in the anti-air protection.
The
These ships
J6K.
don't really have very much of it.
Yeah, he's still
That's
alive.
What they do
already-
have
that's an
is,
event,
high caliber, and
vehicle.
generally they don't have proximity
they're just
views, as these
flexing.
were quite
Flexing,
well.
yeah.
And that means
Yeah, the
that
J6K
aircraft
was
will
actually
be a
never
pretty
built,
big threat
so
to
there you
these
go.
vessels, as at the time, you know,
Flexing
Same trend with the Japanese.
weren't really seen as
That's
much
one
of a
good thing
threat,
about
so
looking at the
that's quite
Japan Navy. You know they
underpowered
built these
were.
things. So.
So
Mm.
most of these designs didn't really incorporate much anti-air protection, so that's really going to be interesting to see just how survivable they are. We did take these into some custom battles, and we dropped, I think, lots of different bombs on these ships, and even I think we dropped the Satan, the 1,800 kilogram German bomb on
big boy.
one of
The
these
big boy.
dreadnoughts, and it didn't knock it out in one shot. So they are fairly survivable like that. But we'll have to see. Maybe it will even add some
Guess
more
the Leclerc
dynamics
wasn't
and
worth the
gameplay
time.
in terms of
No.
the cruisers screening.
No, the
Wait,
Q5.
Yeah,
The
Q5.
Q5.
Well,
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
even,
it's
because they
really
said
really
we can't test
very
it,
exciting.
but no.
Yeah.
Very exciting indeed. Now, I have to admit, I'm personally not much of a naval player. I just never really
No,
competed with the boats themselves. But
no,
I'm actually giving it a
don't
try
say
now,
that.
especially since we have
Don't
a
say
separation
that.
of
God
the
damn it,
countries now.
yeah, for
With
the
the
love of
upcoming
God.
update, the smaller vessels are going to go
You
into
know
a
how
separate
naval
line
players
from
are
the
here.
bigger vessels,
Yeah.
destroyer and bigger. So you can
You're
choose
also,
what you
you
want
know,
to
an employee,
research
and
first, really.
that's,
If you want to go
you
for the
know,
smaller boats,
I'm not going to get
close
into
quarter
it,
action
God damn it.
with
Yeah.
fast little boats, or if you want to go straight for the big boys and try to slug it out at longer ranges and with torpedoes.
Yeah, naval
Quite
hype man.
interesting,
Yeah, I
really.
don't really play naval.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
In the meantime, let's switch over to a new effect. You might have seen this in the trailer, but we're going to be showing off some of the new fire effects. Aircraft are going to be getting quite a visual upgrade, not only in terms of clouds, but also in terms of fires
Jesus.
and gunfire
It's a lot of
effects, which we already kind of showed off with
Yeah, it's a
2021.
custom
And
battle.
also bomb
Well,
effects
sorry, it's
and
a test
rocket
drive,
effects. There's
which
really
looks
quite a lot
pretty
going on visually in this update. So let me just quickly casually switch over to my gunner view, and I am very sorry, squad mate, but you have to be my... No! Look at that!
How could you do
The
this?
engine pops when it first catches fire. I love it. It's just that little pop. It's
It
gorgeous.
does look pretty nice.
It is
Those
beautiful.
effects are
Yeah,
really
yeah.
The
nice.
sparks are beautiful.
And the B-29 is really the perfect plane to show this off, because
Yeah.
there's so many
It's a
engines.
AAA
The
engine.
sparks from the rotors
Oh.
and everything. It's just, it's amazing.
And it falls down to
Rip
the
the homie.
ground. Would you look at that? Yeah, safe to say I really am a
What are
fan
your
of these new
gunners
fire
firing at?
effects. We may be able to show them off a little bit in a second when we eventually crash, because we are guaranteed going to crash. But first, I actually want to show you some of the bomb effects. So let's quickly drop a few bombs over here,
Just a few.
whilst I'm casually getting tailed by a Doe 217 doing a barrel
Where you
roll.
get shot down by
And let's rid of the
testing.
bomb view. Now, these are 2,000-pound bombs.
I
on
just want to
the
point out he could have shot a Doe
B-29.
217
You can
and
also do
decided
this
to
with some
shoot
of
a friendly
the, small
B-29.
bombs, 15 kilograms and up.
Yeah.
Maybe some slightly bigger
Aliens.
bombs.
That does look really
Now,
cool,
if
though.
that
The bomb
isn't
effects are nice.
a Michael Bay
Yeah.
War Thunder edition, I don't know what is. That is such a beautiful fire and explosion effect. I love it. And of course, because a certain game mode tends to get bombed quite a few times, you will also be able to see this in ground forces.
I'm just
Quite
hoping my frame
menacingly.
rate holds.
Bombs are going to be much more scarier. That is for
That's the
sure.
only issue for
Now, Tom,
me.
why didn't you take off here in the meantime whilst I try to fire off some
Only
more
faith now.
effects? In fact, I'm going to attempt a pro gamer
Also, we
move.
mentioned it during the
I'm
oral
going to show
stream,
you what
but
happens when you
even
try
in
and crash
some of
into the
these
ground
planes, you can see that the
with new
models
fire
are,
effects.
I don't know,
And
the
with the fuselage,
contrast
it
is a
actually
bit,
slides quite a bit.
it's a bit odd, or the
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, it looks like they stand out more, right? Like they look more modelly instead
Oh,
of
someone on
realistic.
YouTube is anxious about showing a certain vehicle. Well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
most
some
models
TM.
hasn't been
Some
like
TM. Maybe
updated
just have to figure out for yourself.
lining.
okay, we are about to impact with the ground, and look at the fire effects.
Bonk.
There we go, a nice trail of fire, and the fuselage actually
And it
goes
started
on
flying
for quite
again.
a while. In fact, this will be most noticeable with
There you go.
jets,
fatal
because they
wreckage.
go so
That was a pro
fast.
gamer move,
There will
as
be
he
a
said.
huge trail of flames.
That they do.
So in the meantime, let's switch over to Tom, because he has something interesting, doesn't he?
Yes, this is the
There we go.
attack aircraft, and I have the 30mm gun pods.
God, those
here
pods
with
are
a very
so
nice
big,
flash. Look at
man.
that.
I thought I was gonna ask you, like,
nice.
is
I
this
could
some
look at
rocket
this all
fodder?
day.
No, they're
In fact, we have them
30mm
all
gun
day.
We
pods.
have, we legitimately have.
They're so big, dude.
Can you maybe try and do a ground attack on the T-55 over there?
I will have a go on the Shilker, I think, as I believe with the penetration on these guns, I should be able to...
Now I
Blow
want
it
you to pay close attention to
And
the
a
effects
Shilker with a
of the
12.
shells hitting the ground as well.
Oh, that does
at
look
the-
very nice.
The sparks, the explosions. Even hitting the ground is a
Yeah.
festival of
Going
fireworks.
to have
Festival of
some
Fireworks, I
lunch.
like that,
A
yes.
absolute festival of fireworks. That's what this update
Yeah,
is
I'm
called.
burning a bit.
Screw new power. It's.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's not even 4th of
Should
July.
I
is
just
it?
mute myself?
New Year's? It's kind of far off of New Year's. That's the problem.
Perhaps, yeah.
Let's invent a new
What's
holiday.
that thing in the
Snail Day
cockpit there?
fireworks.
Yes, that exact.
What do you
Snail Day fireworks. Well done. that's going to catch on.
Snail Day
Yes, sure,
fireworks.
surely that will. It totally is.
There's
not.
something in the cockpit that I saw
Uh,
that looked
now
kind
we
of
have some other
interesting.
vehicles
It looked like a
to-
map,
Actually,
yeah.
maybe you can talk a bit more about the S60K. What does it have in terms of other ordinances?
Well, it gets some rockets. It gets the Swedish heat rockets, which are really, really good. And really, probably the best heat rockets, at least personally, that I've used. I mean, I've pretty much used everything in this game at this point. But the Swedish heat rockets, don't tell them, really are probably some of the best in terms of the damage they do. And it also gets two AGMs as well, I think, and they're very similar to bullpups in terms of performance, from what we've seen. And gets two of those as well, and really paired with pretty decent flight performance. This thing as a jet.
So it
is
doesn't get any
amazingly
bombs,
quick, but it is very, very
which kind of
maneuverable.
sucks.
As far as these things
All
go.
your rockets.
But it is
Yeah.
also fairly
I don't think
weak,
this one has
especially
a
in protection
computer
from
either.
the pilots. As
No.
you can
Doesn't
see,
seem-
the cockpit is very, very big and not really very well protected either.
I have to say it has a very nice view. I bet it really has a very nice view, but no protection whatsoever. Let's just say you do not want to go head on with anything whilst you're flying this jet. I don't think you're going to have a great
there's a
time.
map
doing that.
down there.
It's
Show me the map.
a massive target with two pilots right next to each other.
Certainly
Funny
is.
enough, this was actually the trainer version of another jet called the SK-105, I believe,
I think so, yes.
which we don't have in the game.
No, it's the
But,
other way around.
know, That's all I'm going to say.
Why would a trainer
That's all
aircraft
he
have
said.
30s
And
attached
that's all
to it?
I said. Will water surfaces and other reflective objects show the player's vehicle? I'm actually not 100% sure, but I have noticed that the water in general has quite nice reflections now when it comes to the sky. In fact, Tom is still flying it out right now. You can see the reflection of the clouds on the water surface, and the water surface in general actually looks quite a bit better with the new lighting system.
Oh, there we go.
Uh,
Yeah, that does look nice.
That's
Especially
so much.
in a sort of more overcast weather, with more choppier seas.
This
there
looks
are
like
new
a nifty
effects on
plane.
the water as well, which
Very
maybe we can
niche.
have a little look at later, perhaps.
Maybe,
which,
maybe.
Could be exciting. But yeah, there's loads more detail been gone into this. So, yeah, lots to be excited about, I think.
Now, Tom, we're actually going to go a little bit off
Yeah,
course
as
here.
News
Once
says,
we
the
prepare
105
to
is the
next
civilian
vehicle,
name,
I'm
and the
going to show off
SK60 is
some
the
of
military
the
name. So,
New weather
go.
effects
yeah,
here as
just a
well.
correction.
You
There we
are
go.
going to enjoy this quite a bit. So, we're going to go once again back to the MiG-21, just because it is a vehicle that does go quite fast, really. We
Ooh,
are
the
in a
rain.
map with a
There we
lot
go.
of rain. However, if you can get up to a certain altitude, maybe we can escape the rain. Maybe we can see and peek above the clouds. Maybe we can check out some interesting stuff there. What
Well,
about
with the
that?
BIS, it shouldn't take too long.
If
would
there
it?
are spaceships,
Brilliant
Not.
engine.
I mean, look at the
I
climate
won't be
rate. I'm just going to
surprised.
go at, let's say, about 40 degrees. This thing still accelerates, no problem whatsoever. Ooh. Now, of course, keep in mind, I
Before
have
Stan
the
takes
minimum fuel
him
load on.
down.
I don't have any orders on.
yeah,
but,
exactly.
yeah,
I'll just go
it's
40
extremely
degrees,
planned
and oh, what's
quite
that?
well.
Oh,
Okay,
it's a
we're
sparrow.
about to bridge into
Fuck.
the clouds, and all of a sudden it's grey and dark. Where did my son go?
Reminds me of
But,
home.
yes, it does. Tom is from Britain. This is like home to him, really.
Yeah, but it really, it's not even a meme.
Ah, man.
Doomer.
And
So
there we
good.
go. I'm going to switch this off. I'm going to go back to the cockpit. Little drop of effects over there on the cockpit. I'm not sure how well you will
That
be
is
able
a
to see
nice
this on
effect.
the
Yeah,
Twitch
Yeah,
stream,
it
but you
is.
should be
It
able to
does
see
look
this
really
just
nice.
fine on the YouTube stream. Which is, once again, if you have just tuned in and you missed the start of the stream, I very heavily recommend going to the YouTube stream
Oh.
instead, because there we have a
Second floor.
1440p stream quality, which is going to be very, very interesting. Oh, CMD Nomad on Twitch asks, will there be rainbows?
Do you not understand that like
Well,
Twitch
I mean,
might not be okay with you saying that, and you know, like deals in the
calls and wants to
future when it
double
comes to
rainbows back,
exclusivity
but
and shit,
I'm not going
they
to make
might
any
be a
comment,
bit
let's just say
pissed
that.
at that.
But there's quite a few interesting weather effects. In fact, if you go to the dev block
It's
of
okay,
the new sky and weather effects,
Come to
our
the
developers
superior
actually made a simulation
platform.
of Mars. I'm not even kidding. They literally
That's
did
like
a
saying
simulation
if
of
they went,
Mars,
oh,
which
you should
looks
play War Thunder on
eerily
PC,
similar
because
to
on
the
console you don't
real
get
picture
access to
taken
all
by
of
one
these.
NASA's drones.
Like,
It is
They
uncanny.
go play World
really.
of Tanks in the
Really,
meanwhile.
really good.
yeah,
Consider
exactly.
high altitudes, like 200 kilometers altitude, if you could ever get there,
Oh,
which you
God.
really can't with any of the vehicles we have in the game right now, you can see the curvature of Earth. May that spark whatever discussions it may.
You need to get a bit more higher than that
on
ratio.
YouTube
Yeah,
asks,
exactly.
Will the IR dazzlers on the
The
T90
clouds
work?
look
Yes, they will.
absolutely
We, in
stunning,
fact,
though.
just
Like,
showed
look
them
at
off
that.
a bit ago, didn't we?
Picturesque.
Yes, we did.
Absolutely
They do work
beautiful.
Pretty well.
In
if I do
fact,
say so.
But remember,
speaking
boys,
of
flat
tanks,
gang,
Tom,
baby.
I
Flat
know
gang.
you are very, very excited
Oh yeah,
for this
don't
one,
do
aren't
it
you?
because you're gonna reveal
To
the
most
code.
people, it would be not the most interesting
Flat guy,
mission,
baby.
but for me,
Whoop,
it's one of my
whoop,
favorite
whoop,
boys.
whoop.
I love it.
Tom,
Look
can
at
you
me.
introduce the next vehicle we're going to show?
I can, but I can't pronounce its name.
MiG-21
You have to
has
say
been
that in your head.
resurrected.
I would rather
It's
not
been
offend
cloned.
a lot of people.
Well, let's switch over to the anyways. Tom has a new vehicle to show you, which is going to be
Oh, let's
interesting to
see.
a certain few people.
What are
Yeah,
these
it's,
weird...
This is
Oh,
Accelerated
God.
Mariano.
Oh, this is a
Saharan
Hariano.
Cruiser or something like that in Italian.
It's
So
the
this is a
one
TT
prototype they made
Italian
to copy
premium
the
vehicle.
Crusader.
they
I
added the
believe
105,
is based
the
off a
185 to
captured Crusader Mark
This
III.
thing was made in
Although the British is a very,
1943,
very
I think, or
low-profile tank,
1942.
bearing a very strong
And this
resemblance
was
to the
supposed to
British
stop
machines,
the British forces in
on the
North
desert.
The
Africa.
British
And as you can
with
see, it's
heavy
Jesus.
tanks that
angled and
blow
look
through
at
the
armor
Italian
and
army.
think,
Yeah,
50
exactly.
millimeters? Not very much. But no,
Shit,
look
this
again.
is for the guys.
Oh,
who
Leopard
were saying that
185 for
Italy
Italy.
should have-
Yeah.
Yeah, they should
What?
have 105.
Overall, armor protection
so
wise,
two
there are
trees are
gonna be weak
getting it.
spots all over the thing.
What do
and,
you
like
mean?
here, the
It's
port for
70
some of the high
millimeters.
caliber
You're gonna
shells at the
eat
turret
it
as well. It's not gonna be
alive,
the
man.
most armored
Yeah.
thing in the world, but for
The only thing that
sort of
can't
pace they aim
penetrate it,
shots, especially
it's
into the
its
front
stealth.
plate and the mantlet as well. They have a decent amount of armor, and what it is, it's just such a sweet little tank. I love it. It's
How
looks
can
like
this thing
adorable,
go
actually. It
70
looks
kilometers an hour, by the way?
just look at that. I love
Maybe
it.
it's an
It's kind
arcade.
of, you know,
It's
it
just
reminds
the
me of
arcade
certain
value.
British
Oh,
vehicles,
true,
isn't it?
yeah.
The chassis. It's
Yeah,
like angled
that's-
frontal plate of what?
But there you go,
I
Italy.
don't even-
This is what you
Crusader
get.
Maybe Comet?
At least
Yeah,
it's
it's
World War
something.
II
based on,
content
I
here.
believe,
Yeah, World War II content, boys. There we
captured
go.
and sort of
Love it.
analyzed Crusader
So,
Mark III.
I don't want to
Of the early
drag,
British cruiser tanks.
around this,
from
but this
the
was a
desert combat.
native, like a
And,
new
that's what Italy
project.
kinda
It
based
wasn't
on.
a
Yes.
reused chassis.
No, this was a completely new
versatile
project.
medium tank that
They
has,
made
I
one of them,
believe,
and
the,
it was going to
so
go into
the
production,
same gun I think that's
and
found
then
on
the
some of the
armistice.
later
So
M15 tanks. So it's really good.
one of the
So
issues
we had
that
to do it.
How cool is this tank? So,
one of
yeah,
the
it
issues
might
that
not
this
be
tank
the most
had
pivotal
is the same
tank in the game,
issues
it might not
as
change
every
the
other
meta too
Italian
much, but it's one of
vehicle.
those low-tier
Their
fun
engines
machines that
sucked.
offers
So.
a bit more difference in
For their
playstyle
tanks,
especially.
their
So
plane
this is
engines
sort
were
of
very good.
the favorite thing I like to see.
What is
So
the
I'm really, really happy we've got this.
FC20Vs?
Hey Tom,
That's
since
on
you're
the
so happy
left.
about it, why don't you give it a
FC20
Vs.
the mobility perhaps?
Yeah.
Well, I could
Oh.
give it a little go.
A
Maybe
2-3,
we can
yeah,
do
I'm
a
guessing
real
it's a
quick test
plane.
of the guns as well. I wonder, does it actually get any machine guns?
Let's have a look.
Low.
It does.
Oh, it
Brah.
does indeed. Very,
Duh.
very
Standard.
nice.
It's
So
a
one
little
thing I'd
longer.
like to show you here is its profile,
Looks so
and how small
derpy.
this thing actually is. So here we have the T-17, the British armoured car anti-air, and this is really how small
God,
it
it is
is.
so
it's a tiny
low.
little thing.
It's an adorable little Italian boy.
Yeah.
The Italians really know how to make small little adorable tanks, don't they?
They
The
do.
L333, this thing. There's
Well, they
so
didn't
much
make
to
this
look
thing,
for.
or they didn't
Very,
fucking
very
finish
much.
it, so...
So yeah, for what this is, I really, really like it. A very cool little thing.
What gun did it have? 37, 47?
Okay, now we are going to be showing off something
Yeah, a little
major
one.
as
Okay.
well, coming right
I think
up.
it was a 40.
Some of our German viewers might be quite excited for this one, let's just say that.
Only the
You have
Germans.
seen it in the trailer if you had a keen eye for barrel lengths, so to speak. But this is actually not the main point of this. We're going to be showing off something a little bit more interesting, perhaps. Let me just quickly set this up. Actually,
Look
anyone
how
can
we
talk
shot
a
the
bit more
exact
once I
weak
set this up?
spot.
Yes.
Uh,
what else can we
At
show?
point blank.
I can
Yeah.
talk about this thing. I can talk about some
Look,
other
it
things.
can penetrate this.
How much time do we have?
Good
Actually, we
tank.
have quite a lot of time left. I think we over prepared a little bit. We still have half an hour left.
Oh, well, there we go. There's plenty more then. So I could maybe have a look at some more naval.
Time for improvised time, boys. This is where it gets good. Let's go.
On the Italian
Let's have a look
hangar,
at
there
some
were
of the
some
Americans.
Centaurus on the range.
So here
That's
we have the North Dakota, which again is very much the quintessential of the
Good
dreadnought
old North
design.
Dakota.
And I love
Here it
the look
is.
of these things. They really indicative of the era.
Oh no, wasn't it
and
the
especially
Alaska
with these sort
tech?
of
Wasn't it the
vaguely-
Alaska? They did them all
I was
around
gonna say
it.
round shaped.
Oh, that's
they're not
true,
round
yeah.
shaped, they're rounder than most vessels. Do you know what
They
I
are a
mean?
bit rotund, aren't they?
Yeah,
They
a
are
bit
like
rotund.
kind of. I mean, that's the thing. I keep
Hey,
on
oh,
using
that's
the
a
word
big word,
huge to
rotund.
describe vehicles of war.
Don't-
but it
don't hear
really
that
kind of
word
is-
a lot.
it's
We're
like
learning new
round
things.
shape, but at the same
Yeah.
time kind of
Education
rotund.
time,
And
boys.
I really love the
Rotund.
cannons on the side of the hull. It's like it's evocative of that really old school.
I want to
warship
see
design
what
with
these
just cannons
torpedoes
all
can
over the
actually
place.
do.
And the
Like, what are
firing
the-
broadside, which actually I
what
guess
are the
you can do
stats
with
on
it,
them?
Very much so. Very, very much so. Like a brief look at the modifications here. At the moment, it's only an AP round. I don't think it has any HE. Maybe it will get that later on. I don't know. I don't really know the particulars
The
of this
Bliss
vessel.
Levitt.
But you can just see
Believe it.
really how powerful these rounds are. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how these things develop.
3.66 kilometers.
Additionally,
Oh,
to
fuck off.
the North
Alright,
Dakota,
they're
we
useless.
have another cruiser.
I'm
and
gonna get my
very
razors.
mean-looking cruiser
Fuck's
as well.
Oh, that actually looks impressive.
It's so like indicative of the
No,
American
this is
design
the-
of these boats.
this is the
It
new
looks mean, it looks
stage of
modern and
naval
mean for what it
battles.
is. So we have the same guns.
You
I
will
believe, that are
accept
found
it
on some of the
and embrace
previous,
Oh,
vessels
it's the
at
New
Portland,
Orleans.
the
There you go.
203s, and I believe they're pretty much the same in terms of the
Is
rounds
this one
get
good or?
and what they do with this thing as well is
It should
coated
be,
in
yes.
anti-air protection. And yeah, it's going to be another exciting boat to see, really. And I'm hyped. I'm hyped for naval.
I saw that. Did you see how much ammo was in a carousel below the turrets?
Yeah.
That seems dangerous,
lot.
to be honest.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're
Dangerous.
pretty little hit.
Hey,
It's
if you
all
like
good.
popcorn, what's an ammo rack explosion anyway? It's just extra popcorn,
Yes.
right?
I mean, they're basically the same thing.
Yeah, they're basically the
They're
same.
essentially the same.
So we are going to switch over to now a little interesting thing. How about we show you a interesting German vehicle? A few interesting German vehicles, but not really the vehicles themselves.
See,
but
this is where you hit
a
them with the
new
Leopard
feature
185.
coming to night battles in
You hype
ground
up,
forces.
Leopard 185.
You will not be able to see anything right now. Maybe
Flat
you won't
acrobat.
even be able to tell what the vehicle is. Let's put in a
Fluracrat.
little bit of night vision just to help out a little
Wanna
bit.
see the
You still
286?
won't be able
No,
to really see
flat acrobat.
all
Look how
that
much that night
much,
vision has
really.
helped you.
But this is about
I can
to
definitely
change.
see what's going
Firstly,
around.
if you are able to see anything at all, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the battlefield. The
We're in
Leopard
arcade mode again.
2 A6.
Oh, that frame drop. Oh,
This is the
baby.
newest
This
top
isn't my
feature
stream, that's their
joining
stream.
the
They're at 30
German
FPS right now.
ground
Don't blame me.
Forces. And it features
Oh
a
my.
new cannon, the famed Rheinmetall 120mm smoothbore.
Yeah, they're only at
L55
30
Cannon. All the cannons we up until now,
What
all
is
the
going on?
120mm Rheinmetall cannons we up
Oh,
until
did you
now
notice
are
that?
L45.
STRV
This
122
is
Bravo.
11
Oh,
times
baby.
larger, which
Oh,
clearly
oh yeah, that's right. Turn the
Different.
camera, baby.
Yeah,
Turn the
obviously.
camera. Get away from it. Don't
very
show
much
that.
So. Now,
much
you
so.
may
There it
say
is.
They couldn't
something.
give me then. Well, you wanted to trade an
curious.
arcade, right?
Curious.
Now you spoiled everything.
What could they be? Oh,
Yes, as you can see, we have added.
What
a
is with this
new
frame
feature
drop?
to,
They must be
ground
using window
forces,
capture
specifically for the
and not game
night modes.
capture.
Automatically spawning flares, which will give you illumination on the battlefield.
I just want to
This
thank all
should
of you
make,
guys who voted for
slightly
me
easier for
to
vehicles who
spade
don't
the
quite have,
STRV
access to night
122.
vision devices yet to
Um,
find
very-
a
Well,
very-
well, it
very
was
happy with it.
expensive. Well,
Yeah,
now you're
While it was
still
expensive, yep. I just
Now,
want to thank you all
interesting
for
enough, you can actually do some
for this
interesting stuff
experience.
with these. If you happen to already have a night vision device, which
That was
will
Argento.
actually get blinded quite a bit by these sources of light and these flares, you are actually able
Show
to
the values.
shoot them down. But it really isn't easy. So I'm not going to make promises that I'm actually able to shoot them down here. Actually, I just did.
okay. You've
First
undersold
try.
yourself.
Yes.
Well done.
Pro Elite MLG esports ready gameplay right there.
That was
Yes,
a
this is how you do it.
pro
So
gamer
you have the
move.
option, really. If you want to use the
Yeah,
flares, you can.
sniper.
You can use them to look a bit better, to view a bit better, to have a nice bit of illumination all around the area itself. Of course, as you can see, there's no flares on the outskirts.
What is with this frame
That's-
rate?
Or maybe even ever. So you will be able to flank around still in the dark, or try and go for the cap while it's being illuminated. Now, Tom, you're making a lot of noise over there, you know?
Oh, am I? Oh, that's a
Yes.
shame.
You are actually quite annoying, so
What are you going to do about that? You're gonna damage my track, are you? Is that what you're gonna do? Is that the best you've got?
Is this some
Is that
weird
really
like
the best
play
you've got?
fighting? Oh, hit me, baby,
Nah.
hit me. Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah,
Fuck's
okay,
sake,
alright.
dude.
I see how it is.
Thunder.
I think you have a slight hole in your left hull over here.
What are you
which
doing
is,
to me, step bro?
actually
Don't do that.
lit by the
Thunder.
fire effects. But
Very nice.
I'm actually going to show something off right now. You might have seen the message in the text below, but you can actually now tow dead vehicles.
Look at
And
the
they actually
optic
stay
on that
on
stage
battlefield.
tank.
They
It's
do.
got like
They
a
do
camera around.
actually stay on the battlefield. So
Yeah.
in fact, Tom has actually just left the custom battle, which is why the
Go to horny jail.
and you can use it to create some mobile armor, perhaps. You can use it on choke points. Quite a few things. Let's just quickly restart this custom battle so we can show off the next thing. And oh boy, what's going on right now? Do we have any FPS issues right now? I'm actually not sure.
Yes, yes, you do.
Looks good for me.
Yeah, it looks good. Okay, that's
Well, I'm glad.
just a
I'm
minor
fucking glad.
complication there.
Yeah, don't listen to
We
your
are
chat. It
going
looks
to
good
start
to
it
you.
off
All right,
again
Grant.
real quick, and I'm actually going to take a different vehicle. And actually, let me quickly just adjust the weather settings again, just so we can have a little bit of a better time. And let's go right into it. So, part of the new effects is
Did you
not
saw
only
it?
fire effects, not only tanks
almost-
dying and exploding
He
effects,
almost
not only
fell out of
aircraft effects, not
reality
only
for a
clouds,
second.
not only lightning.
Drifting all over.
There's so much visual stuff coming to this game. It's actually kind of overwhelming, especially because your eye just gets kind of paralyzed by looking at all the beautiful new stuff, right?
Very much.
But we have something else. We have some helicopters as well.
Oh, wonderful.
So we are on the same
Is
map.
he not
We
a
are going
helicopter
to pick
player
a
too?
different vehicle.
Oh,
The
I don't know,
one
man.
actually of the first death.
Are you a
there's one
Fanatical
inside.
player?
Oh my god. Pro Flarakrad player, boys.
Flugabwehrraketen.
That's what we've
Hold on,
got.
actually, I have the full name here. Die Flugabwehrraketensystem Roland auf Radkraftfahrzeug.
Flexing German. What are we
German is
doing?
so easy to learn.
Yeah,
My brain
I'm
just
sure if I
switched
just
off when you
speak
did
in
that.
Spanish, you're gonna...
Oh my god.
You
look
lost
how
the
fast
war.
it is.
Yeah, this thing is
Learn
huge,
English.
by the way.
Thank
You
you.
might not have seen it from the dev blogs and actually
Two.
how massive it is.
2
But
O's.
it is-
That's right.
in a
2-0.
test drive, it's about twice the height of the IT1.
Oh
the
my
first
god, that
target.
camera
So
position,
it's
man.
really, really big.
It is
Yeah,
enormous.
that's right,
It is
there is gonna be a new
absolutely
song.
enormous.
Oh, look,
Now,
it gets
this
scouting.
Is
There you go.
Not just a big
yeah,
truck
you can
with
go
the
to the
rolling
front
system
line and
we already
scout a
have
bit, then
in the
retreat.
game on it. Because
Just
that
find
would
a very
be,
big
well,
rock to
a
sit
little bit too
behind.
honorable.
Yeah,
This thing
remember,
has
it
no
has
armor.
thermal, so...
It has absolutely
yeah,
no armor.
but-
It has
Absolutely not.
free crew. Let's just say
Oh,
it
it's
will
beautifully
be very
modeled,
easy
I'll
to
give it that.
take this thing
Yeah,
down
well,
once
that's
it
even
spawns.
with gauge and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, very true.
However, it does have a
Really.
new missile.
It does.
A quite good missile. It has the new
Let's see.
It has 2
VT1
new missiles,
missile,
right? Do we
which
have the
goes
Rolling 3 in game?
insanely fast.
Yeah,
a good
it's
voice, I like that
it's
voice.
upgraded missile on the...
163
Oh, fair.
millimeter diameter,
It's a
1,250
fasty.
meters
10
per second.
kilometers.
How many Mach is it again? 3.5.
It's like an ADAS missile.
Mach
with 50 more.
3.5. This missile goes.
Yeah, they
almost
might
as
have to
fast as
move
the
the
SDS
move the
shells
camera
in this
back
game.
from this truck a
And it
bit
goes for quite a range as well, 10 kilometers.
because it takes
range.
up like
And it
a
has
third of the screen.
7.8.
So
Oh God, this,
Yeah.
this,
it's actually
missile's
more.
going
It's
to be
about. It's
quite
like
good.
half the screen.
Let's just say that.
It's ridiculous.
And of course, you can actually manually aim it.
Right
you don't
now
have
you are
to
shooting
lock
Roland, so
on
reload.
to
There
a
you go.
target in order to use this missile, which is actually going to be quite interesting when it comes to deflecting flares.
Guess
from
the reload
the
animation
helicopters
was
or
they just
jets.
respawn.
I mean, I guess
Well,
jets
that's
might
how
be
it
a
was
little
for
bit
the
hard to
Flarak
do
when it
with some
came out,
missiles
so
because you have to
I'm sure
maintain
they'll fix
them.
it.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the same
Helicopters,
system,
which
right?
automatically deploy
Yeah,
flares
basically,
if
yeah.
you fire missiles in the direction. Well, I mean, if you're manually guiding the missile, the flares won't really work, won't they? No. Now, Tom, where are you actually? I'm waiting for you over here.
I believe to be right above you, almost.
Oh.
Just about.
Well, if you're
That's-
right above, you won't be
Maybe
able to
some-
test it.
Yeah, I'd also be able to
elevation.
fucking hear you. Where you at?
It's
Just didn't have the sufficient elevation, so get fucked.
Oh yeah, it's got no
Going down the side
elevation.
of the vehicle here. Maybe you're able to see
And
this
it's
a bit
tall
more.
as well,
Not
so you
much
can't
in light.
even fuck, man.
Yeah,
No
look at the
radar.
range itself. But on the backside,
It should have
No, I saw
the
it.
radar.
graphics always have been
Post,
so
yeah.
massively improved. I absolutely love it. And frankly, it is not that hard to run, really. We have actually updated the minimum system requirements. You may be able to see them on the War Thunder main.
We've gone from single
website.
core to dual
So
core.
keep an eye on
So.
that. But this is actually really quite nice. Oh, look at that sun. Look at the clouds. I should have actually taken more planes, to be honest. I should have really taken more planes. Actually,
Look at the
speaking-
moves. Look at the rain.
Oh, no.
Look at the smoke.
Oh, no,
my
what is
god.
that? What is that?
It's
What is
an
that
enemy
there?
Could
helo.
it possibly be
Oh no,
Hey,
a
it's an enemy
KA-50?
healer.
It could be. Oh no.
STRV
Oh
122
no, are those
Bravo.
new flare effects?
Oh,
They
they could be.
No
actually
Japanese.
look like
No,
kind of
not
like
yet.
napalm, to be
Showing
honest.
the arm.
I'm scared now.
Oh no.
I'm actually genuinely scared now. Now, Tom, can you show us
Those
the
flares look
cockpit of
nice.
the KA-50?
I
Yeah,
certainly
the flares
can.
are beautiful.
Oh my god. Oh, look at those flares.
Oh,
Sorry, I'll be
gosh.
quiet.
Yes, this helicopter, love it or hate it, has a new cockpit and it is very, very nice.
Love it
looking
or
as well,
no!
Very, very detailed all over.
They
God
got
damn it,
him.
dude.
No.
Yes, indeed. Oh, boy,
Someone's
you're getting
fucking
sprayed
him
by
up.
Even the bots are
That's an
upset.
AI!
No.
Oh no! Oh no!
Lads,
It took us so long
we
to get
have
over here. You should have
one
used the flares,
final
brother.
thing
Oh
to show
shit.
you.
That expression.
Wait, you didn't even show the missile. What?
I'm just going to keep this cam on because
That's the
I'm
whole
really
po-
going to
oh,
tease you guys.
whatever.
I'm really going to tease you guys. Some of you already know what it might be. Some of you may already know what I might
Even
be.
the AI hates
But I'm
helis.
going to quickly launch a little test flight, I would say. We're actually going to pick some ordnance over here. How about that?
Show the vehicle.
Ha ha ha.
Oh boy,
hee,
it's going to be
hee,
interesting,
hee.
isn't it?
Whenever you don't know what to say, make sure to laugh.
All right.
Ha ha ha.
All right. Can any of the chats make
We cannot
out
have
what
gaps.
I'm
We
about to show?
cannot have silence. Silence is
You
not
can hear
allowed.
waves. You can hear
Only
rain.
content.
Only
You can
content.
hear.
Also,
maybe
why are they
slight hint of a
bouncing?
jet
Do you
engine
see
coming.
that?
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
I think they're one
Ladies
step
and
from
gentlemen,
falling out of reality.
Welcome to the game.
Or they're just
Going to
streaming
avoid
on the
set
side
of
of a
planes.
cliff, like just
With
balancing it as they go.
mechanics. VTOL.
There
is
we
here.
go,
Ladies
baby.
and gentlemen, this
Oh,
is
that
the
looks so
Harrier.
nice. Oh,
Yeah,
gee,
when
look
like
at
that,
that.
British tech tree. This
Ah,
particular
pleasant
version is
feelings.
a premium. There will also be a tech tree version of the Harrier in
That
the
look-
British tech tree, and
Wait,
maybe
did he
some
say there
other
will be
interesting
one?
vehicles of this type in other tech trees.
You said there will be
Perhaps.
one, right?
It is certainly a possibility.
Will be?
Yeah.
And this seems weird.
So
This-
there's gonna
this-
be a
it
standard
seems wrong. It
Harrier
just
as well.
seems wrong.
That
Some
takes off
plane
way
takes
too
off
fucking
vertically,
fast,
but yes,
by the way.
Harrier can
Are those
indeed do that.
S-runs?
The Harrier can indeed do that very, very easily
they
indeed.
look
In
like
fact, we
them.
even have the nozzles.
Yeah,
mounted, as you
I
can
think
see.
they are.
I'm going to try and keep the plane somewhat steady whilst I
Well, now
try
we
and
know
get
why
it
it's
over
9.7.
into flight position. But we can actually control the nozzle at different angles even. You can have it at 42%. We can have it at any percent you really want. And we can set it to full 0% to get the full throttle forward.
But this
and
one
just go
isn't
straight
realistic.
up
You can
into
tell
the
because
sky.
you're already
In
on.
fact, if you really
orange numbers
want
on the
to,
edge.
you
Yeah.
can set the nozzles to 100% whilst you are in flight.
What?
And use it maybe to turn a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Since you are
weird.
doing a little bit of thrust vectoring, technically speaking, here, you can do quite some nice things. In fact, this is probably one of the only planes that's really hard to stall, just because you can't control where the thrust goes. In
Yeah,
fact,
pretty
I'm
much.
going to use the stupidest thing you could ever do. Look at this. Look at this. What am I doing? I'm crashing.
Just
You're,
bust the
you're,
lid.
you're crashing. like, you're crashing,
Can we do
dude.
it? And
Yeah.
no, we can't.
No, we can't.
It's a good
Well,
plane,
we're
but
going
not
to
that
actually
good.
take
Yeah,
a second
like
to
I
really
d-
show it in the hangars. You can see
Yeah,
some of
like
the
it was-
loadout selection as well.
Take a bit more altitude and try it again.
I have to say. The heavy
Oh, good.
rotund. I keep on saying this word a lot, don't I?
Oh,
Rotund.
the
Very
VFM5?
rotund.
What
It
is
really
that?
looks very rotund.
Oh,
It
oh
just
that's the
seems-
light tank.
Like, I like the cockpit a lot, actually. I really like.
Oh,
the
yeah,
cockpit a
you're
lot,
right.
but the wheels, the
Cherry
position of the
nut looking
wheels
thing.
with these little like, it's kind of like the
VFM.
wheels on a bicycle when you're trying to learn how to ride a bicycle. It's kind of like that. It's training wheels. You have big fat wheels in the middle, but they seem way too far forward. But this is how the Harrier is. This is a very detailed, very accurate model of it. And it has some interesting loadout options as
here we
well.
go.
This is not
SRAMs,
just a jet
there
fighter.
we
This is
go.
really a multi-purpose fighter,
I
attacker.
suppose that's gonna
You can carry
change for
up to 4
Sidewind just later.
1,000-pound bombs. Which is going to be
9.7
quite
SRAMs.
nice. In fact, let me quickly show you how this looks on the
Rip
plane itself.
8.7s.
Nicely tucked under
Yeah.
the wings.
God
Do you like
damn.
that
Oh,
9.7?
really good.
You
Holy
like
crap,
that
really
9.7
good. Oh, boy.
Hunter that they had? On?
Okay, sorry. I was having
Oh,
a
the
comment there.
FGA.
You can also see the
There's
gun pods
releasing gun.
below the
Yeah, that
fuselage
one
of
doesn't
the
get
jet.
SRAMs
These
though.
house
Yeah,
same
unlimited
9Bs.
80s, a whole 2 of them with a total ammunition
Just want to
count of
remind you
400
guys, the new
rounds.
Q5
Pretty
AB
much
is higher BR
average,
than this
really. I
thing.
mean, it's not
Just to let you guys know.
200 rounds per gun. You
Never
can fire
forget.
For quite a while. The agents
has
are just
rockets.
absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah,
once
true.
you get
It
the
has
hang of them.
it
I
has
absolutely
many
love flying the
rockets.
Hunter. and pretty much anything that has
14.
these aidons on them.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling this will probably be my new favorite jet. To be
So
honest.
you've been very excited about this all day.
I have been. See, I really like silly things. I like doing silly things. I've been playing.
How
this
dare
game
you
since
call the
2014.
Harrier
I've done
silly?
it all. I've seen it
God
all.
damn it, son.
I
Yeah,
literally
Harrier
like to
silly
do
How
battles,
dare you.
mods and silly things. So up until now, my favorite plane was the Draken because it can pull cobras. But this one can like pull the ultimate cobra.
Shut up with your
It can
cobra.
pull the
Cobras?
ultimate
You
cobra.
cobraed into the
This one can
fucking
go
sea,
straight up.
brother.
It can act as a helicopter pretty much. You can do
No, that
ground
was
attack with it, you
advanced
can do air-to-air
anti-stalling
attack with it. As you can
techniques.
see, it's up to 4 laser rams. Now,
Yeah.
these are short
Can't get
range.
shot
The
when
only
you're
other
stalling
weapon
if you're
that had
under-
this, kind
under
of
the
missile
sea.
system was the Hunter F6, which was very good back in its day, but kind of limited by the short range of these missiles. You have to fire them pretty much within 1 kilometer. But they are very, very, very maneuverable, so you can kind of fire them from the side and destroy things very, very easily, really. And if you really want to go for the full Dakar, you can also have quite a few of rockets. In fact, I'm going to quickly do another test flight. This time... actually, what kind of time should we go with, chat? Something cinematic. How about...
Don't mention the Twitch chat.
knows.
We're only a YouTube chat here, boys.
We're going to go for a
Yeah,
sunset.
remember.
Yeah, remember.
Superior platform.
Superior
It's gonna be
chat.
cloudy, yeah, sure.
A sinister laugh.
Yes, very sinister, in fact.
Just take off normally. I want to see that slingshot
That's so
again.
cinematic.
It was so
Like,
funny.
honestly, look at that. We have the animated cockpit, of course, which
It
is
seems
quite
like they
nice.
haven't
We are
changed
going
the
to once
destroyer
again
models.
go
So.
into VTOL mode, and we are going to keep up on the promise, and we're going to show you some of the destructible parts of the new aircraft carriers. So
Hopefully.
let's do a slide takeover over here.
Did you hear that?
There we
We're
go.
gonna show
Easy
you
enough.
new aircraft carriers, hopefully.
As you can see,
I love the
past few
British
hours, I have to say,
optimism.
It's a bit weird getting the hang of it, but if you have flown helicopters before, it is slightly different, but it is
But yeah,
also
the
quite
aircraft
similar.
carriers
So
are
if you have flown
beautiful.
helicopters, you can get the hang of this
I want to
pretty
know what
easily.
their
I wouldn't
defense
say that the
is.
VTOL mode is going to be that useful
Like,
in
what are they
air
actually
battles
gonna have to
themselves, unless you
defend
get, like,
themselves?
some kind of city map where you can use
Nothing.
the what's called the
Hell,
buildings
that-
as cover, because nothing else can really get you there. Or in custom battles, of course, it's going to be quite fun. But generally speaking, you may be able to use the VTOL mode in GFRB, although you are.
It
going to
also
make
means
yourself
that
quite a
people can be
juicy
quiet
target
about
as well,
carriers,
unless
which at least to me
maybe
is a
you try
win.
to go behind cover and
It's impossible.
it just opens so
Yeah.
many possibilities.
What
Really.
about the
Like,
Euro?
who expects a plane to do this? We are flying in the spots pretty much.
Anybody
Come
who
on.
understands how
But
VTOL
now,
works.
it is time to show you that you can actually aim your guns and your rockets.
Yeah.
And show you some of the destructibility. We're going to shoot at the radar dish, and it's...
Oh,
Bless it.
It's still
keeps on
trying
trying
its
to spin.
hardest. I mean, I
It
can
really is trying its hardest, isn't it?
I
that's
can respect
nice.
that.
Let's see if its buddy does the same. Yeah,
hit the
come
water
on, come
again.
on,
It's
come
very
on.
robust.
Yeah, I don't think the buddy
Pop.
like that.
No, not
I
at all.
really don't.
into the nether. It's gone.
And finally, for good measure, let's fire an entire salvo of rockets into this carrier. How about that?
Oh, bless. Those lovely new effects as well.
I absolutely love the rocket effects, to be honest. They are beautiful. Now,
They
before
are.
we crash into the sea again and embarrass myself, I'm just going to get out of here. Let's
Zoom away.
slowly increase the angle of the nozzles, and we shall go right up. There we
I
go.
feel like nobody's
I like
ever
this
going
one
to
so
use
much. I
this,
really
but
like
it's
this one
nice
so
to see.
In fact, Tom, you have a special
Yeah.
relationship with this map, don't you?
Yeah, I actually live on this map. Well, not
Beetle is
literally on the
just
map, but my,
Maybe
my
he actually
flat,
does literally live on this
The
map.
my
thrust on
flat
the
in the
engine
UK
is
is
quite
actually on
powerful.
this map. You
It
can go
was
visit me if you
almost
want.
turning and accelerating in.
In fact, that's actually what we're going to try to do. Now, I
70
believe you used to live... I mean, he's living now in Germany with me. But I think you used to live right around...
Yeah, so just above Broadstairs, Ramsgate, we used to go to the big pub there. And,
I'm going to destroy your pub, Tom.
I know. It's such a good weather spoon. It's like two stories high. So much seating.
Too bad. This is
Do that.
revenge for
Chop
never
chop,
eating an
let's
egg.
keep moving
Oh,
forward.
Yeah.
Throw
hold
some
myself up
rockets
really
or
well, I
whatever.
didn't mention
then
a single
throw-
time.
So I remember when I were at that pub and I picked up a lass. Oh my God, was she a big? We went upstairs and did the old rumby-tumby. Had a great time, I did. Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah, basically, so there's a sort of harbour arm on the
Could
Could we
Yeah.
get back to
Carrier
Warthander,
again,
please?
Just
Like,
starting out, and I live basically in the shallow elbow to the left. So sort of along that way a little bit, a bit further along.
You mean right around there?
No, maybe? Oh no.
It's kind of
Yeah,
weird
but
how the
I
rockets just
live
kind
on
of
this
disappear, or
screenshot.
is that the motor stopping?
You live on the screenshot, do you?
Not as in I'm there now, but as
They
in
set
the
up
real
the
world, which this
impact
map is
point or
emulating. I
proximity.
exist there in real life, which is quite cool.
Very nice. Now, we are going to quickly take GeForce since we are next to the airfield over here, and we're going to slow down, slow down.
First
I
time
have
the
my
charm.
muzzle all the way up.
This
In fact, let me
flight
quickly show
model
you the
is a
controls you
little
need to set
bit
up for this, by the
janky.
way, I believe is nozzle, thrust vector, yeah. Lift engine nozzle control axis. This will be
Up
a
and
new
down,
control
simple
that
as.
you can set with the drops, or if you happen to go on the
We
dev
go
server,
up, we go down.
soon, yeah.
Hopefully you can
And
just
you
use the
increase value
helicopter
and decrease the
controls.
value and, well, control like that. It's actually pretty easy, really. I would recommend personally to set up relative control and keep value for disabled axis, so you can actually have a granularity of setting it up, and you can control the sensitivity of the axis and all that good stuff. So you can actually have like 72% and really fine granularity depending on what your usage case is. For example, one thing I would probably recommend for trying to land and take off is actually not to set at 100%, but set like 90% so you get a little bit of forward movement as well.
Or you could have
In
already
fact, I'm going to
landed
try
in the
and
normal
show
way
this by
and started to reload
landing
instead of
without
doing this
crashing,
and getting
which is going
killed
to
by a
be
plane.
a challenge
Yeah.
to say the least,
Then
because
with
I
the
am
takeoff,
notorious
you can
for
take off
messing things
properly
up,
and gain
aren't I?
some speed
Yeah.
with the slingshot.
Okay, we're going
Or
to
you can
get
hover
the
and get
gear
air to
out.
it.
We're going to
It's up
increase
to
our
you.
thrust a little bit here.
Wow.
Slow down. Now keep in mind, this is not quite like a helicopter.
But what do
You
we
can't
know, right? Tech?
slow
We just
down
want to
from
play a
300
game,
to
not be
0
the
as quick as a
military
helicopter can. You
pretenders.
have to have quite a bit
Like
of
as I
a
said, this is
lead time
cool,
of a
but
run-up to
it
be able to
really, I don't
land
see
on
anybody
the area
using
that
this.
you want to. And most importantly, you're going to be very, very vulnerable.
It'll be cool in
during
customs.
that time. That is one thing you really have to
It'll
keep
be
an
cool
eye
for
on.
Smooth
cinematics.
as butter.
But tell me if this isn't a screenshot material right here.
Oh, it's just wonderful. You know, like back, however, like 7-8 years ago when we first started playing, I mean,
See, 7 or 8 years ago, I started on a laptop that could barely do 720p.
yeah.
This is a whole nother word in comparison. This is this is what I imagined. This is what my head
It's
imagined
1080p.
War Thunder was looking
Whoa.
like back in 2013. You know how those old games, those 90s games, 20s games, where
It
the
is
game
very
itself looks
obvious you are
completely
filling
blocky
time.
and bad,
Please just
but
talk
your,
about something
brain
else.
filled
Why
out
not
the rest.
change, like, go to
This
the
is what-
hangar and
this is what
and,
my
I
mental
don't
image
know.
of
Show
War
the
Thunder is.
hangars.
Show the vehicles, yeah, show
Yeah,
the vehicles.
show the
It is
hangars.
absolutely beautiful.
There's no other kind of dancing around it. It's just amazing. The amount of work that's gone into that is incredible.
It
It's
really
faultless,
has.
really.
It really has. Now, lads,
Oh,
we
no.
are reaching the end of the stream, but we're going to take a few minutes to perhaps answer some of the questions that you guys are
Question.
leaving in the
Oh,
chat.
here we
Guys,
go.
We have João in the YouTube chat asking to show the
there you go.
pen of the DM33. Now, keep in mind again, this is work in progress. You can see
DM53,
it
brother.
right, big bold letters right above
It's a
me.
long barrel.
Work in progress. Nothing on this is final. Things are always subject to change.
This
Things
looks so
might
dirty, doesn't it?
always change.
It's like a,
360
it's like a
is
boxer
Shell.
with like arms down to his
53
ankles.
On the L55 cannon, which has.
366 is
In
like
fact,
the
let me
mega
quickly
round.
switch to
Yeah,
Reddit
it
mode.
basically is, isn't it?
Whoa.
Yeah,
What the-
you can see it has.
mode.
It's quite a strong
They
shell.
disappeared, they
my
fell out of reality.
God.
Oh no, they're back.
I'm scared. Hold me, please, Tom.
Can't do
Hold
that,
me.
I'm afraid. Social distancing. I can't get near you.
Oh, damn, you're right.
Yeah.
This is sad. This just got too real.
Yeah.
In fact, I really like your pink plane, actually.
Yeah. This isn't new, by the way.
This is
It's
not
an
this is
in-game
just us showing
skin
off
or- there it
Tom's
is.
skin collection.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
it's
is my
okay.
skin
We're just wasting more
connection.
time.
No, that's worse.
Connection?
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
worst
actually, one thing I
said.
can do is,
Like
since we
what?
have people now in the hangar, we can show you the scale. That is a person.
That is a person.
This is a truck.
That is a truck.
I know, I have very good observation skills, don't
He
I?
does.
It's
Oh,
it's
Baglet.
so weird.
There
it's
we go.
bigger than the Baglet.
Hello.
Way bigger.
Actually, one thing we have to try once the update drops,
wondering
we have to
about.
park this next to a mouse. Which, by the way, lads, the mouse is available for research. You know how
Don't
we got
date
all
the
those
video,
comments in
dude.
the streams a few months ago?
It's like, please give mouse.
Bring back the mouse.
Give
well,
mouse, please.
we did.
We
Go
did.
ahead, log into the game. If you can research tier 5 German vehicles, you are able to research the mouse.
Rank
and the good
5.
news is, if you put even a single RP into the mouse, you will be able to research it at any point, even after the official research period ends.
You feel like showing the
S2.
105?
Should we? Should we
Yes.
show them the Declarers too?
Yes, you
What are we
should.
talking about?
Do they deserve it? I don't know.
Yes.
I'm not sure what they are
Please.
really talking about.
You
I mean,
If it
it's
is
quite-
sneaks.
I don't
So
know.
would
What
you
do
like
mean?
a
What do the
please?
Declarers do?
Yeah,
I don't know if any Declarers do.
No, I don't.
I think they're checking
know
if it
it's
actually
not-
works.
Doesn't seem real
Yeah,
to
there
me.
we
I
go.
mean, I've never heard of that.
What
It's
is that? Is it like
very
a
bad.
brand brand or something?
That's
You know
very
what we
thin.
all need? The
It's just
Chad
noise.
Lorraine
I know, yeah.
37L.
I've never
on
listened to
the
that.
I don't know what you're
The
talking
Virgin
about.
Leclerc.
the Virgin Leclerc.
The
Uh,
chat
I mean,
battle
I've
track.
got no idea.
I like the tank though. That looks actually
This
really
is a cool
nice.
tank, yeah.
It really does,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but I mean,
So,
it's cool.
I mean,
what's different on this
different.
It kind of
one?
looks like a generic MBT.
Yeah,
I
nothing
think
that
this
exciting,
one
really.
has
I mean,
is
you know,
supposed to have a
I
bit
like
more
the side
armor,
skirts, though.
but
I
I
am
don't
a
think
fan of
it's
those side
more.
skirts.
Of course you are. Of course
Pretty
you are.
chunky.
Of course I am.
It's got a 6-second
lads, I
reload.
think this is going
There's
to
the
be
usual.
it.
Oh, is
We
it?
have reached
Yeah.
Thought it
our
was 5.
time. And,
Yeah.
well, let's just say, you should be tuning in to the news, to our social media. Keep an eye out for a
Make sure you do it
upcoming
on YouTube
dev
and not Twitch.
server. If you happen to not know where the dev server is, just put it on Google or YouTube. I mean, it's very easy to find information there.
Lots of tutorials for getting it installed as well.
Very much so. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you have enjoyed this preview of our upcoming updates. New Power.
Wowzer.
Amazing name. Amazing graphics. Generally, I want this in the game right now. I can't wait.
Yes, me too.
I mean, I can play
You
this
are
on here.
stunning more than the Harrier.
My name is Michael Spoon.
I am Oxy, or Tom, and I'm here as well.
Yes, you are indeed. And we shall see you,
Oh, God, they
hopefully,
can't end it.
next
They
week
can't end it.
once again.
Yep, they didn't know how to end it. Oh,
Very
well.
gay.
Yep.
Where?
They didn't know how to end it, so like they just
Oh
cut it.
no!
So yeah.
Guess they are in the void now.
Yeah.
By
So
the
there
way.
we go. That was the English stream. Overall, pretty positive. A lot of stuff showed. A lot of ammunition showed, which was good.
Yeah, new stuff.
Yeah. There's obviously showed the Harrier again, the Leclerc. I suppose they showed the bus.
STRV.
STRV. Yeah. It's a cool one. That little Italian premium as well. That was pretty nice.
The